It was one of those cold, gray evenings where the sky seemed to mourn something unspoken, the kind that made the air heavier and the silence louder, and that was exactly what single dad Thomas Granger had gotten used to. He sat on the couch, feet aching from double shifts at the construction site, glancing at the framed picture on the mantel, his late wife, Emily, holding their baby girl Ava, back when the world still made sense. Ava, now 6, was upstairs playing with her stuffed elephant, humming the tune her mother used to sing, while Thomas tried to figure out how he'd stretch dinner for the rest of the week. Then, just as the heater kicked in with a groan, there was a knock at the door, and not the casual kind that neighbors gave, but hesitant, uncertain, almost like it came from someone lost. He opened it to find 2 soaked children, no older than 7 or 8, with tear-streaked cheeks, arms wrapped around each other for warmth, and eyes that carried a weight no child should bear. "Our mama just died," the older girl whispered through chattering teeth, her voice trembling. "Can we stand by a broken bar just for one day?" Thomas blinked, frozen, heart pounding, torn between disbelief and a tidal wave of empathy. Ava had wandered down the stairs and peered out from behind her father, clutching her elephant. There was something in the girl's voice here, something raw and cracked opina that hit Thomas like a punch to the chest. Because once, not so long ago, his daughter had cried in the same way when she learned her mother wasn't coming back. Without thinking, he ushered them in, wrapped them in blankets, and let the warmth of his small home work its silent magic. As the children explained that their mom had collapsed in a parking lot, that the ambulance had taken her but never brought her back, Thomas listened, stunned. They had no Oni and no father, no nearby family, just an address scribbled on a school emergency contact form that led to a closed-down apartment. Their names were Leela and Jonah. They'd walked for hours. Just one night, Leela kept repeating, like a spell she hoped would protect them from being turned away. But something deep inside Thomas was shifting. He fed them soup, let them bathe, found Ava's old pajamas for Leela and one of his worn t-shirts for Jonah, and read them all a story that night. It wasn't part of the plan, and none of this was, but sometimes, life throws you into someone else's storm just to show you your own anchor. When the kids fell asleep together on the couch, Ava crawled beside them and whispered to her dad, "They can stay in Mommy's room." And that was the moment something cracked open in him, something that had been closed since Emily passed. The next morning, after a night of dreams tangled with memory and grief, Thomas looked at the 3 children curled up on the couch and heard Leela stir. She blinked up at him, still unsure if they'd be sent away, and with the voice firm but full of emotion, Thomas said, "You don't have to leave today, or tomorrow. You can stay forever." And that's when everything changed, and not just for them, but for Thomas too. Their story was just beginning. If this story moved you, please like the video, subscribe for more real, powerful human stories, and don't forget to turn on notifications. Chapter 2 will break your heart and rebuild it again. A broken bar.